What makes an epic story? After years and years of doing this, after years and years of watching people on stages tell stories to thousands of people, there are three things that I believe make an epic story. One is an epic story is personal. Do I believe you? Do I believe you? Have you walked this road? And if you haven't, have you held the hand of somebody else while they walked this road? Do I believe you? Secondly, is it relevant? This one gets missed so frequently. Is it relevant? Is it helpful to me? I have a rule in my office, and that is, it's called the keep it or share it rule. No marketing leaves the office unless it is either valuable enough for someone to keep, save it to read it again later, or share it with somebody that they know. Keep it or share it, otherwise don't send it. That's my rule. Is it relevant? I lose track of how many emails I get saying, it's our 10-year anniversary, and I think, that's awesome. Delete. So, and the last one, is it emotive? Is it emotional language? Often when we're nervous or we feel vulnerable, we start hiding behind, like, we all do it, I do it, like stats, and I'm such a stat geek, stats and figures and bar graphs and all the things we do when we feel scared. Emotional language, real language. I'll give you an example of emotional language. I was watching David Attenborough. About 6 months ago, I was watching him, and he was talking about being under the ocean in a submarine, and he was saying, 50,000 leagues under the sea. Don't know if he actually said that, but it was a long way under the sea. Someone just looked at me like, 50,000 leagues? It's not a thing. So 50,000 leagues under the sea, and he said that the pressure that you would feel down there was 10,000 metric tons. And I kind of went, sounds big. And then he said, it's a bit like holding a 10-ton truck on your finger. Now that I get. That's emotional language. That is language that gives me a visceral sensation of what you're talking about. So using emotional language. I'm going to put it to you. I'm going to throw it back out to you again. I want you to turn to the person next to you. I'm going to give you a minute. Turn to the person next to you, and I want you to discuss what epic stories can you guys tell, because you have access to so many stories. Product stories, behind-the-scenes stories, personal stories, client stories, stories from your life. What epic stories could you be telling right now that would get the attention of your target market?